Great game, Clippers. Great game, Clippers. I was just watching the game. Shout out. You in the basement with Next Step and K. Of course, this is your man K, the co-host. So you know I can't do this alone. But what's up to Lara over there? Love you, brother. Can't wait for you to get back. Shout out to everybody who's still up listening. Listen, I just came from watching the Clippers game, courtesy of League Pass, and great game by the Clippers. We've been on the road for the last 6 out of 7 games, so yeah, definitely a great win. We definitely had to like dig that one out the dirt, basically, because it was a terrible first half. I mean, I was listening to it on the way home from work. And I was just like, okay, hopefully, like this, it's a road trip. I was gonna just give them grace, basically, like it's a road trip. They've been on the road since what, like the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So they've been on the road, so I know they're tired and everything like that. But the game is just over, and I believe, let me get the score real quick. The score was 149 to 144. Basically a high-scoring game. I believe Kawhi had 32 or 34. Actually, I knew it was over when Kawhi hit that sidestep jumper. Like, he was, he was trapped at the top of the key, took 2 dribbles, stepped to the side, to the left, hit it going right. That's all she wrote. So, what's up to everybody in the basement? Hit us up if you can, 302-844-8275 on Instagram @in_the.basement_podcast, YouTube in the basement podcast, Facebook in the basement podcast. We're gonna run through these topics real quick. I'll be remiss before I even start this. I want to definitely say rest in peace to Carl Weathers. We lost another one. We lost another great actor. If you don't know who Carl Weathers is, most of us 60s, 70s, and 80s babies pretty much know who Carl Weathers is and what he meant to us in the Rocky franchises. Of course, Carl Weathers is known to everyone. Mostly, we know him as Apollo Creed in the Rocky franchises 1 through 5, even though he really wasn't in 5. We were throwing flashbacks of Rocky 4. So therefore, he still gets credit for Rocky 5, of course. Of course, he was Jericho Jackson in Action Jackson, of course, starring with Vanity. Rest in peace, Vanity. Also, he was also Dylan. He was Dylan in The Predator, the first Predator, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the good one. He also was in Happy Gilmore, Toy Story, Friday Foster, for all you 70s kids out there, featuring the great. Oh, it's still great. Pam Grier, Yaphet Kotto, and the also beautiful Eartha Kitt. Rest in peace. He was also in the comebacks. He did the narration for the comebacks. He was a Little Nicky. And also, he was in Think Like a Man, too, quiet as kept. So I definitely want to say, what he's meant to us as Apollo Creed, it was very emotional. Like, even I still get shivers to this day, like when I watch Rocky 4, when unfortunately Apollo dies at the hands of Ivan Drago. And then Ivan Drago just looks over him and says those words, those 4 words, or I think 5 words. If he dies, he dies. And that just set the tone for the whole movie. So if you have never seen Rocky 4, go see Rocky 4. Even though it might be corny to your young bucks and you new guys and stuff like that. But Rocky 4 was that work. Great soundtrack too, by the way. Also, we're going to go into a little bit of Carmelo Anthony. It seems like Carmelo Anthony has a problem with the Denver Nuggets not retiring his 15 number, which is now being worn by the Joker, a.k.a. Nikola Jokic. Does Carmelo have a valid argument? I don't think he does because, for what he did for the Denver Nuggets franchise, my brother and I were actually just talking about that like a week ago, and I just never had time to address it because I kept going over the scores and everything like that. But I don't think he has... I don't think he really has a valid argument here. Of course, he's going to get in the Ring of Honor. I'm not sure if they're going to retire his number in Denver. For everybody, I know him more as a Knick than anything, more as playing for the Knicks. Of course, I know him from playing in Baltimore, Oak Hill Academy, Syracuse, a couple years in Denver, but then he forced his way out of Denver. So I don't think that allows you to actually get a number unless you're like Dr. J or like Jordan status or something like that. And even then, excuse me, I got that stuffy head today. Allergies are acting up. But I don't think he has like a valid argument. We could go on that later in the week, but I just wanted to just touch on that subject real quick. You just hit me back in the comments, see what you think about it. Also, I want to say congratulations to Archbishop Ryan's Thomas Sorber. He actually, with the basket on Sunday, we're going to go over the scores on Sunday, but he actually became the school's all-time leading scorer this past weekend. So definitely congratulations for that milestone. Also, Jeezy's speech at the Grammys, Super Bowl predictions. We're going to go through that high school and college wrap-up over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Shout out to Trae Young, even though they were matched up today. Shout out to Trae Young and Kawhi. They were both the NBA Players of the Week last week. And by the way Kawhi's playing, he might be Player of the Week this week too. So, yep. And then also, Trae is also like going on his campaign why he should be an All-Star, which I think he probably will be an All-Star. He'll probably be replacing Julius Randle with that shoulder injury. So, without further ado, let's get into these scores. Now, Friday in high school, mostly Catholic League. Shout out to the Philadelphia Catholic League. LaSalle College and Archbishop Ryan actually locked up. Archbishop Ryan won 69-50. Sorber had 18 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Also, Williams, his right-hand man at the point guard slot, 20 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. And also, I'll be remiss as usual. Definitely got to mention the Johnson. Got to mention little Matt Johnson, number one in the program, number 1 in your hearts. 4 rebounds with 4 assists. Shout out to the Johnson family. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Lakeisha. Shout out to his brothers and family. Shout out to what you guys are doing over there. I see what you're doing over there in football too. So I see you. St. Joe's Prep and New McGready also played on Friday as well. St. Joe's Prep 79, New McGready 71. Ashley Wright had 18 points for New McGready, 18 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Brooks, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Great job over there. Archbishop Carroll Roman Catholic also played on Friday. Reed had 13 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. Gauss had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 steals. Archbishop Wood and Connell Egan also played on Friday. Bethea had 34 points going ham, 34 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal and a block. Reed for also Archbishop Wood had 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. That's lighting it up. Lansdale Catholic and West Catholic also played. For West Catholic, Jennings had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Bird had 16 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Awesome. The George School and Friends Select actually had their playoff. Shout out to the Friends League. They're getting it in early. George School and Friends Select had their playoffs once again. It actually went to overtime. It was actually a great game. I believe that game was played at 5:30. Shout out to Jay Childs. Shout out to the Childs family, of course. Shout out to CK1, a.k.a. Cousin Keisha. Also, shout out to Eric Childs, the 49ers fan. I know dudes are still real tight around here because you're going to the Super Bowl if they're not. So we'll touch more on that later. Shout out to Jay Childs. Jay Childs had 25 points in that overtime win. So with that win, they actually advanced to play Academy in a New Church on Tuesday in the playoffs at 5:30. So if you're not doing anything, I believe this is an away game for some Friends Select. So if you can find a way to get out to Academy New Church to support them, they would definitely love it. But definitely shout out, congratulations for getting to the playoffs. Also, the Friends League, some Friends League action that actually popped off as well. Penn Charter and Springside, Chestnut Hill also played on Friday. Definitely want to say congratulations to Matt Jahul. Matt Jahul scored his 1,000th career point against Springside, Chestnut Hill. Congratulations to him on that. It's definitely a great milestone of already a plethora and legacy of 1,000 point scorers over there at Penn Charter basketball. Shout out. Nothing on Saturday for what I've seen on the docket, but on Sunday there was a little bit of basketball action going on. Imhotep Charter and Mount Zion Prep Academy locked up in a neutral site. Imhotep Charter won 58-49. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Ahmad Noel. Shout out to everybody over there at Imhotep. Shout out to my man Jeremiah doing early college. Keep doing your thing, boy. Also, a little bit more Catholic school action. Commonwealth League and Archbishop Ryan played on Sunday. 67-26. Sober had 16 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist with 4 blocks. And Williams had 16 points, 3 rebounds and a steal. And also, editors note that Thomas Sorber, this is the game that Thomas Sorber was actually, he became Archbishop Ryan's all-time leading scorer. As a matter of fact, the way he got it in a resounding fashion, he actually got it off a lob from Williams. Got the lob, scored it, became the all-time leading scorer. Congratulations, Thomas. For college basketball, we're going to start off with women's college basketball. On Saturday, UMass and St. Joe's played, and St. Joe's won 77-67. Shout out to Aaliyah Sneed and the Sneed family. Shout out to Gerald. What's up, boy? Aaliyah Sneed had 6 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. We're going to take it down south into the Atlantic Sun Conference. Jacksonville and North Alabama played. Unfortunately, Jacksonville didn't get the win. They lost by 10, 77-67. For Jacksonville, shout out to Craig and Day. They did their thing. Sanaya Craig had 15 points and 7 rebounds. Sanaya Garrett, shout out to Sanaya, 7 points, 1 assist, 1 steal. Getting your dig out there. Also, in the MEAC Conference, Norfolk State and Dell State actually played. Norfolk State's Diamond Johnson had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals in the win, 79-52. Also, we're going to take it back up north to the American East Conference, I believe. That's New Hampshire? Yeah, New Hampshire. Yeah, New Hampshire's American East Conference. Shout out. UMass Lowell and New Hampshire locked up in the conference play. New Hampshire actually won 66-52. CU Worley had 1 rebound. Got some time in, only got a rebound in there. Shout out to the Worley family for PYB, not PNB. PNB is a bank, an old bank at that. Shout out to PYB. Shout out to Kenny and all those guys over there. Going over to men's basketball, we got Virginia Tech and Maryland. Virginia Tech and Florida. Miami, University of Miami, as a matter of fact. A little tired. Miami's Wooga Popular had 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Maryland and Michigan State played some Big Ten conference play. Maryland won. Maryland lost. I apologize. 63-54. It was a close game, but it's just Michigan State actually was like ahead a little bit too much at the end, and they tried to like chip back. But Jameer Young had 31 points for Maryland, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Also for Maryland, shout out to Imhotep. Philly's own Dante Scott had 13 points, 10 rebounds, and a block. Penn State also won their conference play as well against Indiana, 85-71. Some Southeastern Conference play, some SEC play with Tennessee and Kentucky playing on Saturday afternoon. Was a great game until the ending. Tennessee won 103-92. Justin Edwards had 7 points and 4 rebounds. DJ Wagner did not suit up for Saturday's game. He might have been injured. Not too sure of what happened. Might have been the coach's decision. The game that I went to, I definitely went to the St. Joe's and LaSalle game on Saturday. Shout out to LaSalle. Shout out to St. Joe's. Good old Big Five play. Great game. It was a great game. It was close all the way throughout, but St. Joe's pretty much showed who was like the better college team, who was more disciplined down the stretch. I also want to say, great job by assistant coach Justin Scott. Justin Scott was out there doing his thing. Excuse my French, but Justin, you were coaching your ass off out there, man. Like, I didn't even see Billy Lange over there on the in the coaching box. All I saw was you and the rest of your assistant coaches just running the team. So great job, especially in that close game with Big Five play. I think Dr. Kyle and I were actually talking about this in regards to where your next stop is going to be. I definitely see a a head coaching gig coming up for you. So, man, listen, I'm going to give you congratulations in advance. So, great job on Saturday. It was great to see you, thrive in what you love and what you do. Same thing with Dr. Kyle. I definitely love seeing what he does. Being a psychologist, being a mental health practitioner, doing his thing with the podcast and just, making people's lives better, for them. So definitely I'm proud of both of you guys. Assistant coach Justin Scott, also Dr. Kyle Osborne. I'm definitely proud of you guys. Way to go. Keep it moving. For St. Joe's, Eric Reynolds had 21 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Also for St. Joe's, we're the same with St. Joe's. Lynn Greer had the third, had 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. Most of those 10 rebounds came in the second half. I don't know what Justin told Lynn, but whatever he told him, it must have resonated because he went out there and literally got like 9 rebounds in a row. It was crazy. Also for St. John's, Xavier Brown, shout out to Roman Catholic, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Those 9 points will do him justice because those 9 points were all off of and ones, all from the left hand. All he kept doing was driving right and going left, all and ones, and he converted. So good job, Zay. Also, some more Atlantic 10 play. George Mason and UMass played. UMass won by 1, 66-65. Excuse me. 66-65. Shout out to Sewell. Sewell's doing his thing down there. 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 2 steals. And on Sunday, some Big East play. Providence and Villanova. Eric Dixon had 12 points and 5 rebounds in the win over Providence, 68-50. Some American Athletic Association play. Tulane and Temple. Hyseer Miller, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal in the loss against Tulane. And also, there's been a Zion Stanford sighting. We got in the game, didn't score, but he definitely got in the game, so that's definitely in the book. So definitely good to see him out there again. That's pretty much it for our wrap up. Before I get out of here, like I said, I definitely want to say rest in peace to Carl Weathers. Also, I want to say rest in peace. There were some soldiers who actually lost their lives by protecting our rights. And I want to give them some shout outs too. 2 female soldiers, Kennedy LaDawn Sanders and Brianna Alexandria Moffitt. I believe there were some drones over there in Jordan, and I believe they were trying to protect. And unfortunately, they actually lost their lives trying to protect our rights. So I definitely want to say, thank you for your service. Rest in peace. Definitely sending condolences to your family from here, myself, and in the basement. Thank you. Thank you. And matter of fact, thank you everyone who has served in the armed forces, whether it be Air Force, Marines, Army, Navy, whatever the case may be. Even it's National Guard, don't even care. It doesn't even matter because you're protecting our rights, and you guys know who you are, because I say it to you guys all the time. Every time, all my homies who have military backgrounds, I thank you. I totally thank you, for your service. Thank you. Super Bowl predictions. A lot of people are saying that San Fran's going to go away with this. I think they can because it's pretty much a mirror image of the teams. The only thing is, I believe the only X factor in this whole San Fran victory will probably be George Kittle. If George Kittle has a good game, then San Fran they can probably will themselves to a win because they're already good defensively. On offense, they can click. But George Kittle is definitely that X factor. That's just my prediction for right now. The predictions are going to get a little bit more involved, probably towards the middle of the week when we have our Wednesday wrap up. I got a chance to also, before I get out of here, I got a chance to listen to Jay-Z's speech at the Grammys. It was a good speech. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he's embarrassing Blue Ivy up there." No, he's not. No, he's just saying what's on his mind. Like, he said, "Listen," he said, I forgot what he said. He said, "I get when I get nervous, I tell the truth." You know, and I mean, he's just playing it back for everybody. Back then who got Grammys and they weren't recognized, such as Red DMC, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I believe Kid and Play got a Grammy too. I'm not sure. I got to check that. But for all the hip hop, for all the hip hop acts, hip hop groups that got their awards, but they weren't shown. They were probably shown like after the commercial, like, the Kid and Play won best hip hop album of, whatever the case may be, but they're not going to show them getting their award and have them doing their speeches. I think the last time I saw a group up there might have been maybe the Fugees or something like that, maybe. And that might have been a different award ceremony, and they still probably didn't get accepted. So, um, but yeah, I think that Jay-Z did a great job of giving everyone their flowers. Hopefully, we're going to see more. We're going to see more speeches, more people like this. Going up there and getting their flowers. People are saying like, why is Jay-Z getting an award like that's named after Dr. Dre? But keep in mind, Dr. Dre is over almost like damn near 3 decades. Because I mean, if you want to count, the World Class Working Crew, if you want to count NWA, if you want to count when he was by himself, he was just Dr. Dre on Aftermath. Doing hits, if you want to do, The Chronic, which is still one of the best albums ever. The Chronic 2001, so yeah, it's just my opinion, but but yeah, that was just pretty much the wrap up. Smashing Lights, what's up, Gideon? Salute, my G. Yeah, but it's I just want to do a quick wrap up. We're gonna be I'll hit you guys up again towards the end of the week, probably Wednesday, to go over some Friends League playoffs, a little Catholic League basketball action, some pro action, a little bit of college. Whoever played like on tonight and Tuesday. I'll probably have those scores ready for you guys. Some other high school scores, but also get back to me in regards to Carmelo Anthony too, because he's really upset. He's really upset about that number 15 like not being retired. In his name, he said nobody should be playing at number 15 in Denver. But my thing is this: I mean, Carmelo, have you ever been MVP? Twice? NBA champion? Multiple All-Star? Well, multiple All-Star appearances he might have him there for right now. Leading your team in triple doubles, almost leading the league in triple doubles if it wasn't for Luka and everybody else. I don't know, Carmelo. I mean, you might not. Now, if this were like Syracuse or the Knicks or Oak Hill Academy, if it was that, then yeah, I wouldn't argue with you. But Denver, I don't know. You might not have a valid argument. It might be one of those. You probably got to wait a couple years after you retire, and then you come back to Denver, and just smooth everything over, and then you'll get your montage, and you'll get your spot in the Ring of Honor. Now, getting retired, I'm not sure, because points wise, I think you were definitely walking bucket, but no. New York, for sure. For sure, you're definitely going to get that number retired, like number 7, which I thought that number was going to get retired by Kenny Skywalker, but unfortunately it wasn't. But, I definitely see Carmelo's number being retired, like as a Knick, for sure. Now, Denver might be Ring of Honor. Lakers, I guess. The Blazers, I guess. Probably not for both of those. But I definitely for sure see I see him retire as a Knick. I see that jersey in the rafters. As for the Clippers trying to retire numbers, I think the first number they should retire. Ooh. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, if we could, if Ron Harper doesn't have any beef with the franchise, I'd retire Ron Harper's number. I'd retire Ron Harper. I retired Malik Sealy's number. I retired Danny Manning's number, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams. Let me see who else. Who else gets them? Bob McAdoo. Bob McAdoo for sure definitely gets his number, his jersey retired. Eric DeGrigio. Yeah. A couple other people that like most people don't know, but I would say probably get those 6 in first. Maybe DeAndre Jordan, CP3 for sure. Definitely Blake Griffin, Lou Will, Jamal Crawford. If Kawhi can get us to the finals, Kawhi, Paul George. Yeah, shoot. I mean, you might as well get the whole team retired, you know? So, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the wrap up. I just wanted to, hit the ground running for Monday. And hopefully this stuff you had will be better come Wednesday. I won't act like, I won't talk like all congested and whatnot. But yeah, but this is your boy K from Next Step and K in the basement, and this has been your Monday. This has been your Monday morning, Monday evening wrap up from the weekend. So hopefully, you get that like button, smash that like and subscribe button. And I can't wait, Larry. Can't wait for you to come back, bro. Shout out to everybody. And I'm signing off, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Later.